So let's go ahead and deploy 14.32 here, 14.64 here, and 14.96 here. So out of these 8 we created, we used 3. Out of the 8 we created, we used 3. And there's 5 left over. But what I want to ask you right now is, how many /24s did we use to create all of these? Just one /24, right? Just one /24. So instead of deploying 3 different /24s here, we took one /24 and we turned it into a whole bunch of /27s, and then we deployed the 3 /27s. So we only consumed one /24 for all 3 of these now. So we've done more efficient use. So fixed length subnet masking, not efficient. Variable length subnet masking, very efficient. Because originally we would have used 3 /24s. Now we've only used 1, and we were able to create 3 different networks out of it. But let's not stop there. Let's not stop there. Let me show you how we could subnet a subnet a subnet. If that makes sense. Essentially, what I want to do now is I want to address these WAN links here. These serial links that we have, point to point. We only need 2 hosts, right, for each of these. So technically speaking, I could get away with some subnet mask that has a network ID, a directed broadcast address, and then 2 addresses. And it's the /30 that will give me that. The /30 gives you 4 addresses per subnet. 4 addresses per network ID. One's a network ID, one's a directed broadcast address, and then you have your 2 IP usable addresses. So I'm going to create /30s, but where am I going to create them from? Well, let's continue being as efficient as possible. You remember how we had, in this case, 8 subnets created that ended up being /27s? Well, what if we used one of those? What if we used one of those that we have not used yet? So let's say we use the 172.16.14.128/27 network. So out of these 8, we use 3 here. And now I'm going to take one of those, leaving 4 left over. But I'm going to take the one that I take, and I'm going to create a bunch of /30s out of it. Watch this. Look at this right here. If you've never seen this before, this is subnetting at its finest. Variable length subnet masking. So now we took the 172.16.14.128/27 network, created a whole bunch of 30s out of it. So how many bits did we borrow to make 30s? 3 bits. /30 minus /27 is 3 bits. 2 to the power 3 is 8 subnets. So we created 8 subnets here as well. Not on purpose. It's just by coincidence that has happened in this case. New subnet mask is /30, which is 255, 255, 255, 252. We're counting by 4 in the 4th octet. So let's do it. We start off with 172.16.14.128/30, then 132/30, 136/30, 140/30, 144/30, 148/30, 152/30, and 156/30. So there's our 8 subnets. That's it. Let's deploy them. So we deploy 132 here, 136 here, 140 here. So we address the 3 branch offices and the 3 WAN links using one /24 network. 1/24 network. Wow. That's right. So in total now in this topology, we used 1.0 here, 2.0 here, and 14.0 for this entire portion here. We just broke it up into smaller, more manageable subnets. Less wasted subnets. Less wasted addresses. Less wasting altogether. So variable length subnet masking. Subnetting a subnet so you can be as efficient as possible.